Georgia, Georgia. What places in Georgia do you know off the top of your head? Of course, we know Atlanta, Atlanta, Georgia. We know Augustus. Well, I do. Augustus. Think or Augusta? Oh, I thought it was Augustus. Augusta. You got Decatur. Decatur's in a lot of different states, like from like Tennessee to Florida to Georgia. A lot of states have Decatur in them, whether it be a county or a city. What else can I think of in Georgia? Pensacola, Georgia? No, that's Florida. I like the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Hawks and the Falcons or whatever. What is some more cities? Savannah, Georgia. Columbus, Georgia. Athens, Georgia. Macon, Albany, Marietta, Georgia. Sandy Springs, Warmer Robins, Valdosta, Roswell or Roswell or Roswell or whatever. Lookout Mountain, Alpharetta, Johns Creek, Brunswick, Plains, Lawrenceville, Kennesaw, Millage, something, Covington, uh, Louisville, Gainesville, Georgia. I never knew it was Gainesville, Georgia. Tifton, Canton, Rome, Tucker, Brookhaven. That's the name of a prison in Canada. You don't want to go to Brookhaven. Peachtree City, Jonesboro, Woodstock, Milton. We also have Milton in Canada. Statesboro, McIntyre, No Cross. I never heard of that one. No Cross. Yeah. I have been to Georgia though. StacksAMilli has been to Georgia. The devil went down to Georgia. I swear he did. And we listened to that song all the way down, all the way down, and all the way back up. And I went down through Georgia and I went through Atlanta. And I got to taste the boiled peanuts and I seen the peaches and the pecan pies, pecan pies. And I'll tell you what, when I was a kid, I could never afford a pecan pie. I would never even fathom to ask my dad to buy something for me like a pecan pie. Even though I'm sure he might have bought it for me, but me, I was more of an independent man. I said one day I'm gonna get my own pecan pie some way. I know it. I'm gonna be that kid like I was poor as a kid. Like I maybe I wasn't, but I treated myself like I was. Like if I didn't have the money myself, I just didn't have the money. You'd have to either give it to me or I'd work for it or whatever. I just didn't have the money. And my dad really didn't either. We owned our property and whatnot. My dad owned his property. I didn't own it, is how I was treated. So when I seen pecan pie, there was no cutting slices with my dad. I had to work hard to be able to have pecan pie myself. And sometimes I buy these little mini pecan pies. I like the little mini ones. Those ones are pretty cheap at the gas station. Your bigger ones cost some money, but these ones can, yeah, for like $1 or something. These are really good. These 3 ounce pecan pies. But that, and what else did I see in Georgia? There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. More black people than I'm used to. And that's not racist. There's more black, we don't have that many black people where I live in Canada and where I've lived in my life, really. I've been through black areas. All right. Like we have black people. Roxy say, "What do you mean you don't have black people?" You know, but it's nothing like I don't know, Bankhead Highway or whatever I've heard of and all that, like Memphis and whatever. It's nothing like that. maybe in like or in like what is it called, Toronto somewhere or something. Maybe might have like some super black areas or whatever. But I don't even think Bankhead Highway is that bad either. But let me see, all black area. To me, I would consider Atlanta to be a black city. But correct me if I'm wrong. Like I know that Jordan Tower guy lives there. But to me, it's like I've heard of that Buckhead and whatever, but I wouldn't want to live there. I wouldn't even want to go there. Okay, because it's all black people. It's a black person city. It's like I'm part of the alliance and I'm traveling to the horde. It's like not a good area for me to be in. And I'm kind of tired of the African American culture. I gave it such a chance when I was a kid, and they treated me with such disrespect. They just tried to off me. Pecan pies and homemade wine. Macon, Georgia. Athens has always been a city that I didn't mind. And Macon. I heard Macon has really nice these type of trees. Savannah. My dad lives in the Savannah. My mom stayed in the Savannah before. Macon, Georgia is a historic city with a relaxing and laid back vibe that makes for the perfect vacation. Make is home to an array of attractions from outdoor activities to unique museums. Macon is rich in history. And they love their history down there. Love it. And they love doing all types of stuff in history. They're big historians down there. They love it. They're American history. And that's one thing I got to learn American history when I lived in the United States. No, not American History X. Oh, I sounded like I was mocking it, but I did love We the People, and I know the Pledge of Allegiance, and I know about the wars, and I know about when 1776, and I know with the Indians and the natives and whatnot, and I know about the presidents and the first presidents and up, and I know that Lincoln was a certain character, and he had an unfortunate demise, and there were several unfortunate demises, and then you have this lady who made the first American flag. It just goes on and on. I know all about the history. I learned everything. You have the American Civil War. I got to spend a year and a half on the battlefield, the literal battlefield. You may have heard of it. I've stepped foot on it where the heart of the American Civil War happened. And you could find remnants like cannonballs on our property. I learned about Martin Luther King Jr. I Man, it felt like I lived and breathed Martin Luther King Jr. I used to go on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard all the time. Me and Martin Luther King Jr. had our time when I was younger. I used to celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But I don't live in the United States. I live in Canada. I'm a Canadian, and that is more of an American holiday. So I do not celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but I know who the man is. And they have Martin Luther King boulevards all over the United States of America. And I've been on it. And it's not the best of area for a man like me being white. But I've been to MLK Boulevard in Florida, but they're all over. They're in every state. They have an MLK Boulevard. Almost, but I used to go to this one, MLK Boulevard in Fort Myers. That was my hood. You would catch me over there. I was that kid. And you catch me over there either at the flea market or you'd catch me over at the Thomas Edison Mall, or you'd catch me on Ortiz maybe, or you'd catch me in a restaurant, like a nice restaurant like Golden Corral or something like that, or you just catch me in Cape Coral at my own goddamn house, or you'd catch me at school. I used to go to school a lot.